Hello, my sunflowers. How are you at the first of the year? Again, Happy New Year. I hope 2025 be nothing but a blessing. Okay.
Yes.
Now, with that being said, we hope and wish that you would subscribe to us. And we're trying to reach that 3,000. And you know, when we reach the 3,000, we're going to go 4,000 and 5,000. But nevertheless, we hope that you subscribe. Yes.
Like.
Yeah.
Comment.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we like.
Support.
I don't know why I had freezer burn. I don't know. My brain went. But nevertheless, please subscribe and like us. And if you get this far now in our videos, then that means you like us.
Yes.
Show us
Thank
by
you.
thumbs up, subscribe.
Yes. Become a sunflower.
Sunflowers.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I am here because somebody has requested a reading on SinB from GFriends/Vivzy. I hope I pronounced that right. And YoungK from Day 6. What do I know about these people individually? Well, first off, I'm so glad you asked about SinB because I had no idea who SinB was, but I knew SinB from Vives. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce their name. I only know them from just literally this video, and when I saw this, I was just like, literally, who is that girl? She is stunning, and now I know that is SinB. She apparently goes by a different name within the group. I'm not quite sure. However, apparently this group, Vivzy, I'm not sure. I'm just going to call him V for short. Is V like a subgroup from GFriend? Because I know GFriend just recently had a comeback. So I'm not sure what that means about the girls that was just in this group promoting. So please explain this to me. I'm not quite sure who this group is. Literally, like I said, I don't know who these girls are. I was really introduced just by like that first video I showed you guys of SinB, and since then I've been hooked. I mean, it's a cool dance too. I enjoy it. However, this is going to represent SinB, and this is going to represent YoungK. So, because I couldn't quite find out any information about them, because when I first tried looking up if there was a dating rumor between them, a completely different member from GFriend popped up in relation to Day 6, and neither of those members, SinB and the other one, and what I just pulled up right now about YoungK never having a dating scandal, I'm not quite sure if there is, if these idols have crossed each other's paths, if they've shown some like looks or like shared looks on stage. So with that being said, I'm just going to pick out a few cards to figure out what is going on between these two, because I'm not quite sure if there's a connection or not. So let's just find out. All right. So first I'm going to pick cards for SinB. How do I want to do this? Okay. Interesting. Okay. And then guess to see like as a block, schnorr, connect, or not as a connect. Okay. Switched it up. Why not? Why not? And then we'll have, did you guys see this bottom card as the outcome card? We'll put that there. So what do I see for, well, I didn't pick out a representative card for them. However, what do I see going on right now around SinB, and if there was a connection between her and YoungK? I see here in her position, we have the Four of Cups, which is a horse. But it doesn't look like a happy horse to you, does it? No, it does not look like a happy horse to me. But I see this horse, however, maybe the best way I could put it is, if there was a love connection there, there definitely isn't one right now at this very moment. Or maybe it wasn't reciprocated, because here I see YoungK with the Two of Cups in the same position. So that could symbolize that he was wanting a connection, and maybe he tried to pursue her. And usually the Four of Cups represents somebody that's sitting there with their arms folded, not offering something that's being offered to them. And maybe she just didn't want to accept a love offer from YoungK, if that's how it is, and if that is true to be so. What I see in their present moment, though, and if they are in a relationship or not, I see the Seven of Cups. So I still see her in the in the cup section. So maybe she has some feelings for him. Maybe she's not, because obviously for him to try to reach out and feel comfortable enough to express how he feels could symbolize the fact that maybe they have maybe not spent that much time together, but they spent enough where, he's seen her enough and gotten a vibe, or like picked up a vibe from her enough to be like, hey, I would like to get to know you a little bit more outside of the industry, you know? And then she was just like, oh, no, I'm kidding. But no, she could have literally been flattered. Even though she was flattered, there are some feelings there. That's why this Seven of Cups symbolizes here. And usually the Seven of Cups symbolizes, I don't want to say delusions, but there are so many options. There are so many things going on emotionally that she is up in her mind and not quite sure where to place YoungK in her life, and if she wants to pursue a connection or not with him. Because here I see, oh yes, before I go down to the bottom, sorry, right here at the very top in the same position with her Seven of Cups, I see for him it's the Father of Wands, and he seems pretty adamant and like the go-getter, that he knows like what he wants, and he's like trying to go get it, like the snake. The snake doesn't take no for the answer. The snake will go. And actually they both ironically are, well, actually, because this is wands, but a snake can also represent cups as well. So I see here that there's some type of like an emotional healing, an emotional connection. He definitely feels, I don't want to put too much emphasis on I don't want to put too much pressure or reading into the lines about how deeply he feels a connection with her. But usually when you start this cups journey, it's usually a healing process, and this Two of Cups definitely symbolizes healing. And we see a rose, and it's a red rose, and a red rose definitely symbolizes love, and that you love this person. Now, is this a platonic love or is this a romantic love? That's the question that we have to dig out. And maybe that's the vibes that she's picking up off of him, because the snake can also be deceptive as well. Even though it's like a go-getter and it's like, and it knows what it wants, it's also at the same time a predator, and it knows how to suss out its prey and lure its prey. And it's like a charmer. Think about it. When you think of a snake charmer, the snake charmer is able to get the snake to come out and do what it wants to do, like a manipulator. That's literally what this snake is like. And maybe that's what she could be. I have no idea who YoungK is. And honestly, you don't know who these idols are, because Theo from NCT, I would have never guessed he'd done those things, but he clearly did those things. And it's like, yikes, you can't trust the personas and the labels that these companies give these, well, not labels, these roles that these companies give these idols that we fall in love with, because we don't know who they are behind the persona that they have to keep. After all, K-pop is a curated industry, so we don't know who these people are behind closed door. I mean, Burning Sun, anyone? Like, come on here. So because of that, we also got to be sometimes careful who we're idolizing, because we don't really know who they are behind closed doors. And maybe that's what SinB could be feeling. And maybe that's why she wasn't so eager or so quick to jump on a love offer or an invitation for a love connection with YoungK in the past. Now, if that's I'm not sure if this is, I'm not sure how far in the past, like if that was just a few days ago, if this was like just recently within the last, I'll say 6 months to the year, but, or if that's like them leading up to like right now in this current moment and how they're currently feeling, and that maybe they're like in this limbo period. But I do see that somewhere along the lines that bridges them together, we have the Four of Pentacles, which symbolizes a connection, which symbolizes stability, which symbolizes foundation. However, it also can symbolize a bit of well, here, quite ironically, I cannot say that it represents hold up. Okay, maybe we could say there's a little bit of imbalance, because if you look at it, it kind of almost looks like a cross, and usually the Four of Pentacles symbolizes somebody that I don't want to say is like stingy, but is materialistic. And I'm not sure who could be the materialistic one in this one. But maybe SinB could be too. Maybe she could be the one that's materialistic, is not able to look past certain things, and maybe that's why maybe she doesn't like expect the best out of men. I don't know. I literally don't know these people. I'm just trying to think what this could symbolize, because this Four of Pentacles symbolizes that maybe they did have some type of foundation, some type of connection that put them together, that brought them together, but it's not something that could be quite fostered, or if it should or maybe if they are in a relationship, if that's like right underneath my nose, if they are in a relationship, maybe it's something that's swept under the rug because it's something that they keep to themselves, something that they are selfishly keeping from the audience. That's the best way I can put it in the terms of the Four of Pentacles. Not saying that they are being selfish by not sharing their love with us fans, because A, honestly, they can't do it because of their culture, and B, it's honestly none of our business, but C, we as fans make it our business, and we do kind of feel entitled, I'm not gonna lie. So because of that, we see here at the very bottom, we have the Tower card for SinB. And it's interesting that this Tower card is here. And we have here with YoungK, the High Priestess. This is a very interesting combination to have, because it symbolizes for him, this is the only major arcana card that he has. But for SinB, which, go figure, I don't want to be that way, but for a feminine, I could see her internalizing their relationship to each other a little bit more than he is. For him, it could be a bit more surface level, like I said, and that's all you can go off of sometimes if you don't really know somebody too well. But if you're just going off of physicality, or maybe you just want to get in bed with the person, then maybe and maybe they did do a little something like that, and he just basically moved on. I don't know. I'm trying to look at this from every possible angle, because there is definitely something, but not something at the same time. Like something happened, but something didn't happen at the same time. So because of that, I'm trying to figure out what is and isn't at the same time. And so because of that, whatever this, because this Tower card is here, and the Tower card is something coming down. Now, could this symbolize that she herself is letting down her boundaries, letting down her guard, and allowing herself to feel for him? Maybe it's hard for her to open up and get into a connectionship. Maybe that could be it. Or maybe that could be it. And for him, he is being that receptive, that you can come to me, talk to me. It's a safe space here. I got you. I'm here for you. Everything is safe with me. Come to me. I'm your shoulder to cry on me. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be there till the end. Like, that's maybe how he could be. And maybe that's And sometimes when you have that kind of connectionship, that's one way you can slither your way in, and B, that's one way to have your guards up but have your guards down at the same time, because you're so vulnerable, but at the same time that vulnerability could blur the lines of, do I really love this person, or do I just love them because I just feel the security that they give me and I feel secure in that and I love that. Like, well, we have to look at every option here, because what I see in the future for them, for her, for SinB, I see the Judgment card. And this Judgment card means she's going to, in the near future, I'm not sure if it's today, tomorrow, in the next few hours, in between the period of when I recorded this video and when it gets posted, she makes this decision in that quite few hours, or literally in the quite few hours of when I posted this video, and then we find out, or literally it could be in a few years. Not a few years. I mean, it could be, I'm not quite sure, but in the future, pretty near future, honestly, because she's going to have to make this decision, because something like this can't linger on if she's not quite sure. Maybe they could be like friends with benefits, and maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to look at every option to figure out what could it be and what it isn't going to be at the same time, because there is definitely, I definitely see a clear line of a division of, there's a certain boundary where I'm just not going to cross or go past with you, or allow myself to go that far with you. And for whatever reason that may be, it's SinB. And I said that since the very beginning, that is the one that is calling the shots, essentially. So it seems like YoungK had approached her, and she could have done the rejecting, could have said, hey, let me think about it. Or maybe, let's feel it out. We'll see, take a few dates. But what I see here, just again, another fox. This is a fox. I mean, again, because a snake is sneaky, a fox is sneaky, like she said with this Four of Cups and this Judgment. She said, what? Swiper? No swiping. I'm sorry, boo-boo, not over here. So I literally, I don't know what happened between these two, or what went on between these two. Maybe somebody overstepped a boundary. Maybe somebody didn't understand something. Maybe they could have been having a little bit too fun while they was getting drunk on the sake. I'm not quite sure, but something went left a little bit with them. And because of that, there had to be some space. And maybe even an end to the friendship. I'm not quite sure, but definitely we see here the Seven of Swords. And actually, it looks like it's the Six of Swords, but this fox is laying on the sword at the very bottom. And that's that sword that's going to cut you when you least expect it. So because of that, that's why she's honestly going to have to be SinB, whatever this is. I'm not sure if YoungK is out to sting SinB, but whatever it is, she is definitely standing her ground. Listen, I was never expecting this kind of reading ever. I don't think I've ever had this kind of reading in K-pop ever. So I don't know what's going on with YoungK and SinB. Or, like, listen, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. Somebody asked. So there must be some rumor out there that I just don't know about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Oh, yes, the outcome card. How could I forget? Oh, the Fool. Interesting. Fool as in I made a foolish decision. A fool as in I'm going to take a leap, and really, once I look past this Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, and was able to get my mind clear, and I was able to make this judgment call, am I going to accept the connection in the offership? And will I take the jump off like a fool, or am I going to jump into it? Or will I make the decision, SinB, make the decision to go forth with this relationship, ignoring the red flags or not fully analyzing the red flags? I'm not quite sure. But whatever it is with, it's quite interesting that the end card is the Fool, because the Fool symbolizes yet again another journey, and yet again another rabbit hole that I found myself down with these two that I was not quite expecting. So because of that, unlike the fool, I'm gonna fly myself back up to the cliff because I'm not jumping down that rabbit hole because I think I touched on every circumstance. It sounds like honestly something could have definitely gone behind. Allegedly, supposedly, it looks like it appears so to be that something happened behind closed doors, that something was not consensual, and because of that, it seems like there might be some I don't know. I honestly don't know, but that's what the cards gave me. I all I had was the snake and the fox to judge off of based off of his character. There was none of that around her. She was the one that seemed to be the ball was felled into her court, and she's the one that has to make the decision and choice to pursue the relationship, because it seems like he has already have made the decision, made the move, has put it out there. And is it superficial? Is it to get deep? One way or another, hint, hint, wink, wink. I'm not quite sure. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I sure am. I've never had this kind of reading in K-pop. I'm very surprised. I should have known just based off of the references I was making at the very beginning of the video, right? So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully this is new subscriber that suggested this video enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this reading. Remember, everything I do say is allegedly. I'm only a card reader. I'm saying that because I so don't know what's going on behind these doors, and the story that I picked up is so kind of slightly alarming that I just don't want to believe it. But if that's what I picked up from these cards, that's what I picked up from these cards. I can only be wrong in reading the cards. The cards never lie. It's only me that misinterprets the cards. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I cover all assets on this reading, and everything I said in this reading is for entertainment purposes only. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give this a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. We really mean a lot to the channel, and we would really love it, and it means a lot, and we appreciate it. Please and thank you. And if you enjoyed this content in this video, please share with people that might be interested in K-pop, or just in tarot readings in general, of people within their 20s and are famous in nature. So with that being said, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Please leave your comments down below, and I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Sunflowers!